One, check, two, check, three.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Check one, check two, check three. What's up, Chelsea in here in the house? This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All. And we wish Miss Bella could be here, but she had a family emergency. And we sending our prayers to her. Hopefully, family will make it through this hard time. All righty. How they say? It's time to get it started. Let me see. I got that name, man. Look for the topic of the show. That's sad. I gotta look for the topic of the show. I ain't even used to the show being that bad on that thing. Let's see.
Yeah, it is pulling mine down so bad.
Very good. Okay, topic of the show tonight. What is considered a weak man to a woman? What is considered a weak man to the woman? And we want everybody to give their little old say so. What is a weak man to a woman? Oh Lord, this gonna be something else here. A weak man to a woman. Blah. Okay. First thing, never take accountability. And I think what it means never taking accountability is like a man that never says he understands wherever he at in life is his fault. You got to stop pointing fingers, blaming everybody for your not being where you want to be. Because real men just pull them bootstraps up and continue to keep going. We don't do all that old complaining and blaming it on everybody else but us. I think that's the same thing as how I would say to get a chance to say about a weak man, you got to understand the different kind of men. Okay. Alpha man, protective and caring. Alpha males, the leader of the pack. They're not looking. They look after they mate, unlike any other man. So one thing about it, when you have a certain ideal of being of a man, a woman feels safe around you. Period. There's no such thing as, when a woman is with her man, she should feel safe. If you shaking more with your man than without your man, you need to leave your man. Okay. I couldn't wait to get to this one. Emotional vulnerability. Don't nobody want no crying and whining man. And I think that's the problem with children today. I think we ain't toughening them up enough. That it seems like everything makes them whine and cry about what's going on around them. So I think that's one thing about a man shouldn't be so emotional. Oh, okay. Um, okay. She said, Miss Chisholm said, he uses hurtful words or violence to express his negative emotions. Yes, I can, I can, I can, I can say that when a man becomes weak, he kind of everything kind of unravels. Um, it's like usually when a man is weak, he in a bad place in his life. He might ain't got his car. He might not have a job right now. He might be, never know. He might be on drugs. Anything that'll make him not want to get ahead in life. What said Mike? Mike said, I ain't even got no comment for this one. No, man, you got a comment, man. I mean, but all you got to do is just sit back and think about the stuff that made you stronger that you didn't see other men pick up on, like being a strong man, like you know, a man being weak for a woman for whatever she got going on sometimes like just like Ms. Chisholm said about he used hurtful words and violence to express his emotions. See, a lot of men, a lot of strong men, they don't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like a man that feel like he really losing control, he got to lash out. He got to lash out at the woman because he know he ain't the man that he need to be. And sometimes when a man ain't the man he need to be, he might lash out. That's why I always tell my partners, I always tell them, I be like, don't be very emotional when it comes to dealing with, women or just dealing with life in general. Because life in general will slap you across the head a couple of times, and next thing you know, you becoming a weaker example of yourself. And I think sometimes we don't understand sometimes about what we doing and what we saying sometimes, and being strong. A woman know a strong man when she see one. Sometimes women choose men that ain't strong sometimes just to get what they can get out of him because they know he's gonna, do whatever she say. Okay, she said, I say one that does not make his own way and totally reliable on a woman for his livelihood. And I agree with that. I'm gonna tell you, and this might hurt some men's feelings. It one part of your life, if you how they say stuck on the bottom, if you not able to get out from under your mama, like move into your own place or something, because men should be at a place where they want their own. Now I can understand men that have to stay with their mama because mama is sickly or hurt or taking care of your mama, and you have to be there because a daddy is not there, or maybe a daddy died and your mama by herself and you feel obligated to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like a man should have his own. And if you ain't got your own, and if you go and you stay up under a woman, you got to abide by her rules. And that probably, I can see where I've been thrown out of so many households, because like even when I didn't have a place to stay, being young and this and that, you know, being in the army, doing this and doing a lot of things, even when I was at other ladies' households, I still tried to run stuff, and then maybe later on they was like, "Nah, player, you gonna have to get out of here with that. You don't run nothing here." So hey, me being me, I'm like, fine, peace out, I'm gone. Pow. So I think like I said, a man got to make his own way. And then he got to have a vision that a woman is willing to follow. Like if a woman listening to you and you not making sense, she's not gonna follow you. She's not gonna go nowhere in the direction you want her to go, because she don't even believe in what you saying. And we got to realize stuff like that too. Like you got to have a vision for any woman to be able to follow. If you don't have no vision, that's a sign of weakness, because you don't make plans. You living day for day, week to week. You barely making it. And real men make future plans. They plan for the future. Like, you know, they say what they gonna be doing next year or the year after that. And when you don't have future plans, a woman, she sees no future with you. Okay. Okay. It's very true, Ursula. She says, so what is to do is too, well, hold on. So what is too emotional for a man? Too emotional. I say really trying to fight a woman. You know, men that's trying to fight a woman all the time, you know, can't go nowhere, you know, without they woman, want to stay under their woman 24/7. Don't have your own life. Your life is trying to control your woman. I think that is too emotional. When a man gets so caught up in his woman that he don't have his own stuff going on. And I think that what makes some men so weak. Like they look at this woman like a mama, but a mama that you trying to control. You know how your a son in your house. See, that's why some women look at some men like children. Cause you remember when your son at your house and he trying to make you do stuff, or he trying to make you buy him candy and stuff like that, and he ain't got no money. You got to give him the money to buy the candy, and you know, when a woman is the leader of the home and the man don't have no say so, that's when it all goes downhill for him. A man have to have his own to be grown. And that's just simple on that one. Ms. Chisholm said he is clingy. Yep. And need love and validation. That means he's acting somewhat like a woman. He's always want his wife or girlfriend to stay, to stay that, to say that he's good enough. I don't know about that. Good enough. I think all men might want their girlfriend to probably need them or want them, but I don't know about the good enough thing. So that might be, if a man's saying good enough, that he's good enough. Otherwise, he feel extremely insecure about the relationship. And I think when it comes to relationships like that, I think being a strong man, you got to have a mind in she either down with you or she might leave. So I mean, sometimes you got to look at it. If she decides to leave you, she wasn't never yours. That's my mindset. If she leaves, she ain't yours. You know how they say, how my saying go?
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Just let her go back to the streets. And that just when if she leave, hey, because what you got to realize, that means she didn't like you for you. I feel like the what would make a man fall weak is not being him. You feel what I'm saying? Not being him. When you mess around and you start trying to be something else, to be what this woman want, that's when I think you lose yourself. You start being something that you never was. Okay, Ursula say, I think a healthy is healthy for a man to express himself emotionally. Nah, he better not be crying. Because women might say that, but they don't want no crying, whining man. I don't know it like that. Often he's taught to suck it up as a child, but that helps breed anger issues in adolescence and adulthood. That's just my opinion. I think they saying suck it up, not because he a child, because men have to look at world different than a woman do. And I think a man, that's part of becoming a man, learning how to move in a different way, not like a woman would do. A woman might look in doing, moving, how you said, one day, 1 week at a time. A man got to move for now and the future, so he got to think different. So we got to be different. Okay, let's see. Ursa say that's usually when they didn't receive the love or nutrients from home, from mom at home, and seek it from other women. Just lame answers, daddy issues. Let's see. I think men can be where they didn't receive enough love and nurturing at home, but I feel like maybe they get it from the other woman, then they get it from, I think it's daddy issues too. So I think it might be both. What up, Super Dave and his ass? What you say? That's your show, huh, big dog? Hello, good people. What up? What up, Super Dave in the house? We gonna get to the nutty buddy of the of it. Emotional vulnerability. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Bad decision maker. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, that could be a bad decision maker when you look at a man. Uh, Sometimes thinking about certain things. I think a weak man. I'm trying to think. I think strong men make bad decisions too. I think everybody make bad decisions. I think when you consider a weak man is maybe not learning from their bad decisions. So I feel like you can make bad decisions, but if you ain't learning from the bad decisions you made, then that's a problem. Let's see if I can get one of these. Let me see. And I'm gonna like this one. avoids conflicts and disagreements at all costs. Sometimes you have men that out here and they consider weak because I feel like sometimes they trying to not argue back or stand up for themselves in certain things, and I think women generally likes a man that stands up because me myself, I don't feel like I avoid conflicts or disagreements because I don't look at it as just avoiding conflicts and disagreements. I see it as avoiding life because life comes with different consequences. Like I think when you arguing back and forth with somebody, I don't look at it as an argument. I look at it as us trying to see. I'm trying to see what they mind at. They trying to see what my mind at, and I look at it as more of I'm trying to solve something. And I think people that look stuff as conflicts sometimes have a low vibration and they can't handle conflicts. Like a lot of people say, oh, I don't like to argue. See, when you look at things as an argument, it's gonna turn out to be an argument to you because see, one thing, sometimes people look at stuff because they don't want to hear what somebody's saying. Some people just want to hear good stuff that make them feel good. And I think that's the problem with life now. Everybody wanna listen to stuff that make them feel good inside instead of hearing a lot of the truth. And I think that somewhat becomes a problem when people have the word where they don't even want to hear the truth. You can see something is true and you don't even want to. Wasn't it like we can walk around and we'll say, "Oh, I need to eat better." But I tell people all the time, we need to eat better, do better, exercise, this and that. But I tell people all the time, don't wait till the doctor tell you to try to do right by yourself. You can look at yourself and you can tell because you on pills and high blood pressure and this and that. Don't sit up here and get on all these pills, high blood pressure, and then point the finger at the doctor or your spouse or this and that. You know you eating wrong. I mean, they call stuff junk food for a reason. So if you're looking at junk food and they calling it junk food and you keep eating junk, don't be surprised if you get put in the hospital or something because that's why they call it junk food. See, we always try to point the finger at other people and say, don't be body shaming this and that. No, this is not called body shaming. This is called healthy shaming. Sometimes it's all about the health, being healthy. Thank you, Rochelle. Said it right. Thank you, Dave. Dave said it right too. What up? Let me see. Oh, Ursula said, tell me the truth at all times. We can get things together with the truth. I cannot work with lies. And I agree. People got to stop telling people just what they want to hear. Tell them the truth. If you need you a wife and a girlfriend, tell her from the door. Don't let her go around. No, I'm just saying. Miss Bella had a family emergency. I hope everything all right. She said she gonna check in later on. I just hope she had, one of her family members got rushed to the hospital tonight, and she up there with them. So hopefully everything be all right with that. I don't know. And, I'm just praying. We'll throw some prayers up for on this one. Okay. Jason said, you just said a mouthful about seeing conversations and arguments that lead to arguments, and gotta own that I'm guilty of avoiding those conversations. So Does that make me a person in the relationship that avoiding seem weak? And see, I don't think so, Jace, because sometimes we are taught to avoid this type of thing. I don't think we weak. I think sometimes, you know how it's like avoiding a roadblock. If you go around the roadblock, it ain't gonna never affect you. You feel what I'm saying? But if you go through a roadblock, it gonna help. It gonna let if you all clean and everything, and you go through this roadblock, you gonna feel much better when you go on the other side. When you show your little license, insurance, and they say, "Hey man, you go on through." So I don't think avoiding stuff make you seem weak. Sometimes that's strong because, like, sometimes I look at a roadblock as out of sight, out of mind. If I can avoid it, avoid it. You know what I'm saying? If I can avoid having a argument about nothing, avoid it. But if some things got to be done to get past it, and I think that's when it's going on being weak. If you got problems with a woman and you scared to tackle the issue, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some dudes shoot they can't get it up. Hey, you need to talk to your woman and tell her what she ain't doing right. Baby, I want you to wear some heels. I want you to do this. I want you to be feminine. I don't want you to say, baby, just jump up and down on it. Sometimes you got to tell the next person what's going on. Appreciate it, Dave, with the prayers up in the air. Let me see. She said, that's true, though. I'm always honest with what I want from a relationship I enter. And I think so. Praying that everything be over. Me too, Nina. I hope everything okay. He never complains about anything in the relationship because he fears of being rejected by his partner. Ooh. He never complains about anything. See, that can be a bigger sign though. Because I think you can be a strong man and don't complain. Because just because you don't complain out loud don't mean you ain't complaining. See, sometimes men complain by not saying that. You remember that old saying women used to say, when the man going out there hanging out all night and they be complaining, telling him why you ain't come home, this and that, and then she always hit that number and say, you need to start worrying when I stop complaining. That mean I don't care no more. So what you need to realize is just because he never complains about anything don't mean he don't have complaints. It means you've been ignoring the complaints for so long, he just don't even bring them up no more. Sometimes a man will stop. If you keep on being a certain way when he asks you something and he see you're not responsive and stuff like that, he just stops saying stuff. He said, okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mr. Souls up in the house. Yep. But yeah, let me see what's next on the list. Bam. And she was just saying that the fear, living with the fear of being rejected. Sometimes a man would live in the fear of being rejected, not just because the whole purpose of being rejected is the purpose that some men sometimes I think men sometimes chase after what they can get. I think when a man has something that he feels like is almost better than what he deserves, I think that one might scare a man of rejection. I think when a man aim too high, like sometimes a man at the club, see, men used to getting rejected. sometimes, a lot of times. So the fear of being rejected is sometimes okay to a man. I think men get mad if they feel like they asking somebody who might be, they feel like, I don't know, beneath. Like they might be like, oh, I'm good enough for you, or you think you too good for me, or this and that. But I think men I can't say men are fearful of being rejected. I think that might be a weak man, because men that's used to being rejected, I mean, men, like, I used to go to the club and shoot, you holler at 10, and if you get 3 numbers, hey, you did a good night. But I feel like if a man go out there and he holler at 2 women and he get rejected both times, I guess if he stopped asking women, I guess that would be a little weakness, because he wasn't probably hit with that toughness, that extra toughness that you got to have sometimes. I think you got to have a certain level of toughness to handle rejection sometimes. Bam. See, I'm doing all y'all, everything y'all ladies was saying. I'm slowly rolling on in down there. I bet y'all saying, no, he didn't have needy of the love validation. See, that's what I'm saying. See, a woman came up with all these little what's nice. See, everything y'all ladies saying, Miss Bella already had wrote it down here under the thing. Need to love and validation. I don't even know about all that because I ain't need it like that. So I'm gonna have to look at another one on that. Let me see. Not confident in your abilities to make decisions. I wonder what makes a man not even confident in the whole thing of making his own decisions. I wonder what makes a man not confident. I had to let a couple of y'all come up with them, because I think I always been kind of confident in trying to make my decisions. I think it is men out there that's not confident, but I think that comes from how they say, maybe growing up, somebody telling you that 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 you wrong all the time, and that's wrong. Like, not man. I guess I was always the type of child to ask a lot of questions, and work hard to try to do better. Like, even when I played basketball, if I lost a game, I go out there and I practice all the next day. I think some things just born in certain men. Certain men just naturally different than other men. So uh-oh. Okay, Chester said being weak makes him not confident. Same with femininity. You can be in your truth. You can't be in your true form or act in your true nature unless you're confident. Yeah. So yeah, see a lot of so what you're saying in femininity is sometimes a woman ain't being feminine because they not truly confident. I'm trying to, yeah, let me see how you going with that one, Miss Coleman. Is that halfway what you're saying about the femininity thing? Because, like, I can see a woman not feeling very feminine, and it makes her change up a little bit, you know. Maybe not a whole lot, but it make her change up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay. Sparking career and lively social life are strengths and stability in some women's eyes. Okay, so what she's saying is the career they choose sometimes can have them feeling a certain kind of way. Can have them feeling a certain kind of way. And I believe you might be right about that one. Sometimes a man, his social life, not having friends, not having a king ideal, the good job he want, not staying in the right spot he want, might lose a little confidence. Maybe if they, you know, but I still think it's coordinated. It differs with every man because I don't know. I just feel like some men I can sleep in a little old hole in the wall house and be confident. Be very confident because I know it's not the end game. See, I think people don't realize you got to have an end game, and I don't think some people have an end game on where they going with, how they moving and stuff. So I think the end game is real important. You got to be a man, to be a strong man. You got to have a place where you're going. I can be in a shack right now, but I know I'm gonna be somewhere better later on down the line. She said, this subject goes back to what I said about having a life outside of your relationship and partner. Yeah, that's true. Because I feel like if you sitting at home waiting on your partner to get home, I think you're gonna have problems. And don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to like and share. How they say, hold on just a second. Do. All righty. Okay. Get this thing back rolling. All righty. So having a life outside your relationship, that means like, and I feel like it's the same on both ways. I think ladies should have hobbies, just like men should have hobbies and goals and stuff that they should be doing. Um, Men should have friends to go hang and chill with. I think the most dangerous thing is to not have friends. How some people get so caught up in each other and you don't have an outside life. She should have friends, and not the bad friends that want to take her out there and, get her in some trouble. But she should have friends she should be able to hang out with, chill with, and man should be all right, cool with, they come over, whatever, double date, whatever they do. Should have some friends that y'all should, what's the name? I hear all the time, I don't mess with girls, I don't mess with this. But even friends can be like family. A lot of people falling back on family a little bit too. So if you get to the point that if you own her too much, because like me myself, a man that like going in the woods, four wheeling and doing other kind of stuff, I think you'll mess around and go crazy if you don't have your own life. It's like somebody sucking your joy out of you. Like I remember a lady one time, and I remember she was married, and well, I remember when she was getting married, and she before she got married, she loved to. She was a dancer. She used to do like some ballets. Go down there to the little when the Hamps had the little ballet thing down there and stuff like that. And it seemed like soon as it went down there, and soon as they got when soon as she got married, her man stopped her from going, dancing. That's something she loved to do. Like if something you love to do and you get with somebody and next thing you know, they start trying to change around everything that you've been doing for 20, 30 years, I don't think that's possible. I think two people got to add on to each other and not tear each other down. Like if you know a person love to do something, don't take away. If you got a woman that love to dance, you got to keep her dancing. And if you got a man that if he go to the club every day while y'all were dating, if you try to make him stay at home after that, he's gonna get grumpy. He gonna feel you gonna start sucking the joy out of him because he ain't doing what he's used to doing, what he liked doing, you know. And I think sometimes people can get to the point where they feel like anytime the keys jingle, soon somebody going to the store, going there, they want to go. You know, and I think that can hurt too. You know, be invited. Don't invite yourself to everywhere. Be invited. Let your partner invite you to places. Don't try to be invited everywhere. Don't make yourself invited everywhere because some places they might want to just hang out with the partners, hang out with the boys, whatever. Okay, and you will later resent your partner. Yep. So that's a big mistake once getting into a relationship. Yep. And I feel like that's the biggest mistake anybody can do. As soon as you get in a relationship, you feel like you're trying to change this person to somebody else. You got to love that person to what you saw. If that person was lame, didn't go places, you be there with them. If they like going to shoot pool every weekend, you let them shoot pool every weekend. Yeah, if you want to go with them here and there, you go. If you don't, let them go and do them. Don't try to make a person sit around you and do what you like to do. Some people like to sit at home, watch movies. Some people like to be out and like to get out and do things. Some people are not house people. Some people are just, like, and we got to realize that everybody is different. Everybody like don't try to make me like doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Rhonda say it is nothing wrong with men hanging out with their friends. If you can't trust them to go out alone without doing wrong, then you may not want to be with them. And I agree. And sometimes we got to look at that. We got to sit up there and we got to say, if I can't trust them, why did I pick them? See, maybe you picked them because, hey, maybe you can't even trust yourself. Sometimes that can be the problem. The problem sometimes ain't the person. The problem is you. Sometimes we can have so much distrust in ourselves that we want to point the finger and we want to mistrust, the people around us. Okay, Chelsea said, as long as you respect your partner in everything you do, everything should be fine. And I agree with that too. When we become super detectives and all that, you know what I'm saying? I know don't nobody want to be no fool. I understand that. But when we run around trying to play Mr. FBI, want to go in the phones and all that, I mean, sometimes, like they say, if you keep looking for something, you're gonna find it. Jason said codependency can lead to one person connection become parasitic, parasite. Narcissism is not gender specific either. Right. You can be a narcissistic woman and you can be a narcissistic man. I do agree. And like you said, do not be solely codependency on nobody. I mean, you got to have your own, like, I put it this way. Don't look for anybody to make you happy. That's the worst thing we can do. Worst thing we can ever do is to depend on the next person to make us happy. We first got to be happy ourselves in order for to be happy in a relationship. We first have to be happy ourselves. And I think sometimes we not happy and then we try to push other stuff on the other people and just because we not happy, sometimes we start bringing the next person down, trying to pull, you know how that crab in the bucket thing, you want people to kind of be like you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Kenny, Mr. Springfield said, my woman will be able to go on my phone. I got work for her while she doing it too. Now, I understand that. I mean, like, I understand, like, woman being able to go on your phone. If that's how you roll, that's how you roll. Every relationship is different. I'm the type of person, I live on my phone, like, I pay everything through my phone and stuff like this. So I think I probably wouldn't have, you know, if I had a relationship like that, I wouldn't have no trouble with somebody going through my phone or something like that. But me myself, I think everybody have a level of privacy that should be respected. So even though every now and then woman might be, because like I said, if you ain't got nothing to hide, you ain't got nothing to hide. Good man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't as good as you. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Hi, y'all. Uh-oh. We're getting in the books and the barrels of it now. Ooh, here it is. Some women think men are afraid of independent women. Oh, Lord. We got something to talk about. Now I know we got something to talk about now because boy, it's some independent women just freezed up right there. Yeah, they can't stand when a woman got it going on and doing this and doing that. And I don't think it's all like that all the time. I don't think men are so scared of a woman being independent or whatever. I think uh, I think it all depends on the man, how strong this man is, how how independent the woman claims she is. Because when you think about it, independent woman means she want to be by herself. Basically, that's what independent means. Independent means, you know, by yourself. I mean, you don't hear men running around saying, "I want to be an independent man," because that is not a saying. See, a saying is a strong, independent woman. Don't need no. But everybody, I mean, all women need men. So it cracks me up when I hear this independent woman stuff because if you look around them, everything that's built around you is built by man. So I understand we can shoot for the independent thing, but I don't think it helps when you're just shooting the whole independent role. because I think everybody needs somebody. I think everybody needs somebody. We need to stop playing like we don't need nobody because everybody needs somebody. We always sit up there. I see the strongest independent women. Soon as they make a couple of bad decisions, they go right back to oh, there it is. Said, I'm independent, but I still don't need. Hold on, I still need a man. There it is. I thought you were gonna say you independent. So independent means I don't need a man. See, that's what I'm kind of, it kind of baffles me when you can say I'm independent, but I still need a man. So but it do make sense in the new world. Because a lot of people now, when somebody say I'm independent and I don't need no man, then it's kind of rocky. But when you say I'm independent but I still need a man, then I can rock with that because I felt like my mom was an independent woman. But just like anything, you need men from time to time. Period. I mean, we can play like it don't happen, but you still need a man sometime. Okay, Jason said you spoke. You just spoke, deflecting. It happens a lot. Yeah, yeah, it does. It happens a lot. And uh I wish we could I wish men and women could find a certain kind of way to get along in this space because like I feel like every man, because like we might say a man is beta, a man is alpha, a man is weak, a man is strong. But all these people are needed because even in army, like when they was drafted back then, you had weak men that was considered weak in the army. But what they did, they put them in certain stuff that they were still good at. They were still maybe good at, maybe being a nurse or maybe being something different. Maybe they didn't want to kill people, but they could do other things. They could save. They could fly the helicopter. They could do other things. And I think all people ain't made to do the same things. You know what I'm saying? What I'm capable of, another man might not be capable of. That I wouldn't call him weak just because he ain't capable of doing the same thing that I'm capable of doing. Because we wasn't built the same. He said, what are we talking about over here? The subject tonight is, let me get back on my phone. Fan the subject one more time because I'm just be tripping. Not being where you want to be. Because real men just pull. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just pull them boots. Okay. What is considered a weak man to a woman? That's what we're looking at. What is considered a weak man to a woman? That is the subject. And right now, we on these some women think men are afraid of independent women. Okay. Jason said, I just found out recently that arguments can be healthy because you might catch a lot of emotions, but the truth can be found in there hidden behind some belittling. Yeah, and that is true. Like, you know, if you ever go to the doctor, a doctor will tell you it's healthy to get it out your system. Let some of that stress go. See, arguments sometimes let stress out of you. And sometimes people hold a lot of stuff in. And you know how they say, if you hold something in you, it'll kill you. If you hold a fart in it, it might kill you. It'll bust. Remember they said it'll bust a fat or something. So if you hold stuff in, that need to be out, it'll hurt you inside. And sometimes just like people don't realize, even with your friends and stuff like that, if you see something, and that's why I'm glad that I feel like some of my friends now is some of the best friends that I ever had around me, day for day. My brother Silver, my partner Peter. I mean, dudes that I talk to, and they can talk to you back, and you can tell each other the truth without getting butt hurt. See, that's the problem with today. A lot of people can talk, but if somebody say something back to them that they don't like, then they get butt hurt. And I think that is a problem that, that can become, kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? That can be a messed up problem sometimes. So healthiness, if you're able to sit there and go back and forth with, you actually getting some stuff out of your system that you need to let out. A lot of people don't want to argue because a lot of people want to look at stuff and be a certain kind of way about it. And I feel like people that scared of, just like I remember somebody talking about Farrakhan. And I remember Farrakhan, one thing about Farrakhan, like I used to talk to people in church, and then you get to talk to them, they'll be like, no, I'm not talking about the Lord or this and that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about no religion. And I feel like you got to be a little scared if you won't talk about something that you supposed to know about. So sometimes I feel like when people don't really want to talk about religion, that's because they really ain't been. It's like a person that go to school but really ain't listening. So I think some people go to church but really ain't listening. They there for all the wrong reasons. They just in there. They turn a couple pages. What page you said again? Page 53. They turn to the page and they preach, said, preach, said. Oh yes, yes. And they not absorbing nothing. So once you ask them something about the Bible or something they should know and they don't know it, they lash out and they get in an argument and they say they don't want to talk about it because they don't know about it. So sometimes we got to look at that like that. Sometimes people lash out because they really don't know what they're talking about. Okay, Tasha says some men are intimidated. You will be more successful making a man feel needed versus wanted. I agree. I agree. Men need to feel needed. And she said, just like we'll be a dancer in distress. Yeah, men love saving women, so I can't agree with that. Men do like if you play like you can't change your tie, he'll get down there and change your whole car. You know what I'm saying? But if you get there, I can change my own tie. I don't need no man here. Like, go ahead then, player. Let me see you do this. Cause then you're gonna make them feel a certain kind of way. Okay. It said next question. You are married? Married? You are married? No, I ain't married. I'm trying to think. Let's see. It said go to sleep, run. She said, this is touch, I'm not sleeping. Y'all ought to be saying, let's see. You done ran that man off. I ain't ran nobody off. What are you talking about? I ain't ran nobody off. Said, you right. I'm logging off. What Tasha? Oh, everybody bad. He said, Jason said, we can kill ourselves playing hero all the time. And I agree. A man playing hero all the time will kill us. But let me tell you something. It's in a man's genes to try to play hero all the time. Long as you ain't playing hero against another dude that got a gun, you'll be all right. Sometimes when you're playing hero and it's little misdemeanor stuff here and there, men are made for this the little hero changing a tie, bringing somebody something to eat, helping them put up a light or like men stuff, little men stuff. Now, changing out her motor now, she might gonna kill you if she start asking you to do other types. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry for butting in y'all business and stuff. My bad. My bad. um. Okay. So women think men are afraid of what? Let me see. Do we? Whoa. Yeah, as he said, just don't call another man to settle a situation with another man. People can't get hurt like that. You right. Because I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. And I had to straighten my I done had to straighten other people out. I'm not gonna call no certain names, but I had to straighten people out a couple times calling me because you done got into it with somebody and misdemeanor stuff. I mean, Joker knocked the Joker phone out their hand. Uh, People stepping on somebody's shoes. Somebody talking to. I mean, people don't realize you can always get in your car and drive off. This is a option to get in your car and just drive away from the situation. I mean, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like I know I done been places where men and got a little upset or kind of crazy, and I ain't even tell nobody I was leaving. I just like, I'm gonna go to the car and get something, and got in the car and left because I ain't got time for the drama. Sometimes you got to know how to remove yourself from the situation. Like what's that said? All the time, Jason said. Let me see. Got to right. You remove yourself from anything that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can see that something is going left or ain't right, and you just got to remove yourself as a situation. Like I done been at a club and I used to security guy, be a security guard at clubs and stuff like that. So I can tell when drama about to happen. So sometimes I tell the security guard, hey man, you better watch them dudes over there. And then I just walk on that door and walk on out and be gone. Cause hey look, it's up to him. I done gave the warning. So it's up to him to handle that. If he don't handle it, that's just him. I'm gone, player. I ain't gonna stick around for the BS because it's not worth it. A lot of things just not worth it and not willing to be in the wrong situations at times because a lot of stuff can be you can do the wrong thing and get in the wrong stuff and it'll be messed up. He said, I think Jay said, I think they are talking about relationships. Oh, talking about removing yourself from a relationship. I thought they were talking about removing yourself from the club. Okay, no, I'm just playing. Yeah, but oh, you talking about Rhonda and Tasha over there talking about relationships. I got you. Okay. Do weak men need a strong woman? Oh Lord. Do weak men need a strong woman? That is the question of the day. Do weak men need strong women? Now I got to hear about this one because I think just like it's the opposite, just like you know, I think I think a strong woman sometimes need an even stronger man, because I think that's the only way a woman will get in her feminine energy is having a man that she knows that's stronger than her. If you feel like a man is weaker than you, I don't feel like it puts you in that right feminine energy. So I think when it comes to that, I think do strong women attract weak men sometimes? Now we can flip it around and I think yes. I think women that's too strong sometimes will have to deal with a weaker type man, because sometimes strong men don't want to deal with a woman that's trying to pull up her pants bigger than him. Sometimes opposite attract. So sometimes strong men like we could, even when you watch all them barbarian movies, King Kong, everything, it's always the strong man want the little damsel in distress or stuff like that. Every now and then, even when you catch certain movies, you'll catch a strong man. Even if the woman's strong, he's still the strongest, in that type of relationship. Because you think about it, Superman had the reporter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go get Superwoman. He didn't go get Batgirl or none of them. He went and got him a little old dazzle in distress. So, stuff like that. Because anything that's not right, you got to remove yourself from it. She said, what about a weak woman? A weak woman can get any man she wants. I'm just going to tell you. A weak woman, what y'all consider weak. See, I don't even see women as weak. Um, I don't even see that. Is that if he is weak, he needs to step up to balance. Yeah. Yeah, and I think some men, I don't think they make men that just weak. I think they weak to a certain point, because every man have that breaking point where he say, hold on now, stop playing with me. And you'll realize, the man ain't as weak as I thought he was. He said, sometimes we are too soft. That is not a thing. Ain't no such thing as a woman that is too soft. That is not a thing, Rhonda. I'm sorry to tell you, that is not a thing. It is no such thing as a woman too soft. If she find the right man and he gonna protect her, like she. Let me tell you something. A woman that's very soft, very feminine, and this and that, she has no problem with her man, because they're not battling for nothing. They're not battling against each other. Lois Lane. That's what I'm talking about. Got old Lois Lane. And she wasn't no superhero. a, a wicked woman will last with a strong man, but she has to have enough strength to not be taken advantage of. And I don't think weaker women are taken advantage of, because she got the greatest thing of all. Just telling that man, hey, I'm gonna leave if you keep on doing this and doing that. And man, know he got a great woman, he gonna change it up just for her saying something like that. He gonna switch it up. A man do not want to lose a soft woman in today's time. No, he do not. Is that a woman can't? A woman can't be weak? He said can't be weak. I want to know what you mean by they can't be weak. Let me see. I got to look down there. He said our feelings. Let me see. Our feelings for a woman can bring out weakness in us too. That's why some cats avoid love. That's a good one down there, big dog. That is a good one down there. She said, women with opportunities attract bomb ass men. They are looking, they are just looking to be loved. Women with opportunities attract bomb. Now, what you're saying is strong women sometimes attract bomb ass men because he see a strength in her like she is his mother. And that's what he needs sometimes. He need a place to stay. He need a car to drive and all this shit. So sometimes when a woman act a certain kind of way, she draw this type of man in. You know what I'm saying? And see, y'all got to look at it that kind of way. Sometimes you can draw a certain kind of man into you. It ain't that he's a bum, like you say, a bum man. You just such a strong woman. Other men can see through it and they might not want to deal with it. And it be like that. She said, I'm just asking. I said, I've been told that I am too weak, like soft weak. It is not a thing. It is good to be weak. It is good to be soft. Don't let it bother you. Let's see. Our feelings for a woman can bring out weakness in us too. That is true. That's why some cats avoid love. Yes, that is right. Because cats like to feel strong. That's why I don't even like the word love. You know what I'm saying? I done been through enough. I don't even like the word love, player. Okay. He said, it's kryptonite for some. Yes. Be Superman and a woman become all like this here. And let me tell you something. Women don't even realize when you being a strong woman, all you doing is making sure, you keeping a man on his toes. Sometimes you keeping a man on his toes. And you cannot be his kryptonite because you keeping him where he see what you doing and how you acting and this and that. See, a soft and a very feminine woman, he stays trying to figure out because in this world now, it's hard to find a soft, feminine woman like that. So a soft feminine woman can break a strong man down. We done seen it in every movie. They don't send no rough woman in there to get the man. They send a old soft feminine woman to, how they say, to soothe the savage beast. You don't send no crazy woman in there to soothe no dude. Cause see, a soft woman, she gonna be rubbing on his head and all that stuff. Lay in my lap, baby. Let me do your hair. Let me do your nails and all that. These women don't do that stuff no more. Be trying to act like they trying to get a man and they won't even clean. They can't even remember the last time they cleaned a man's nails. Gave a man a massage, anything. She said, we don't need those kind of men. Let's see. Let's see. Just said facts. Overly masculine women attract bums. Right. Cause it's not because that's what it is. It's masculine women. See, you can try to what she said, women with opportunities. She tried to look. I gotta go back when Tasha tried to avoid that word masculine. See what it said? Women, masculine women attract bum ass men. That's what that same thing was Chelsea saying back there. It's the same thing. She just worded it different. Women with opportunities. No, masculine women. Women that feel like they independent. I take care of myself. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yep. Oh, she said she want to be a flower girl. Sing. Thank you. so much. Let me see. You're invited since we're hood talk relatives. I'm gonna mess around and have the wedding. I'm gonna put it a live broadcast on this thing. Live broadcast, the whole wedding. Let's see. Tasha, do you mean a successful woman? No, she ain't mean no successful woman. Tasha meant a masculine woman. She said a woman with opportunities, but that means a masculine woman. That what that was. He said, hey, bomb dude tend to be more tolerable than a guy who knows his role should be. That's what I'm saying. See, Jason, you hit it right on the dot. See, a bomb dude, he willing to be your submissive boy. You know what I'm saying? See, when women come in there, they say they want real man and all that. No, but when you talking about this, I'm an independent woman, I don't need no man, this and that, you attract bums. You attract dudes that ain't got nothing going for itself, because that's the only person gonna listen to that kind of nonsense. Because when real men know we don't get your money. So ain't no reason for us to be sitting up there trying to go back and forth with you about some money, because how many women give men money? Y'all give it to the bomb dude because he need a pack of cigarettes and he need a beer and he needs some gas to in his car to drop you off at work. I'm just telling you how this stuff is. Like, you might sit up there and you say, oh, we attract bomb dudes. No, bomb type dudes, or we'll say a dude that ain't got nothing going for itself yet will go for a strong woman telling him what to do. She can tell him he can't go nowhere. Like, I done seen women, be with softer dudes, and they'll be like, he'd be like, yeah, I'm finna go to the store. I'm going with you. I thought I said I was going to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like men don't go for that same thing that, another dude that ain't got options to go for. See, sometimes you're only as good as your options. So sometimes women treat me in a certain kind of way because they feel like he ain't got options. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Bam. Do weak men always blame others? Ooh, I don't even know. Do weak men blame others? I don't know. I don't know. I got to get some info from y'all, because I don't even know what weak men do, because I don't. Oh no, I'll just say, do weak men blame others? I don't know. Let me see. Is it narcissist do? Allah, she said, and do. Weak men don't believe in accountability. Weak men don't believe in accountability. What? I didn't even know weak men be at. Oh, okay, my bad. Weak men don't believe in accountability. And that's just how we were saying when we first started. I think weak men don't realize they put themselves where they are. If a strong man can see that where I am is because of my problems. I need to change some things if I want a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man, no, he ain't got no money. He got to get a car fixed. He got to do this, do that. I remember my partner TJ, and I said he was a hell of a strong man, because he was sitting up there one time. He was renting a house or whatever, and he said, "Man, I want to buy me a house." I said, all right now. And he did this. He stopped drinking and stopped smoking for about 5 years to get him enough to buy him a house. And he bought him a house. And then he started he started back smoking and drinking. And I asked him, now I know he started back drinking. I don't know if he started back smoking, but I asked him, I said, why you started back drinking? He said, because I like drinking. I just stopped because I knew I had to stop to buy me a house. Rest in peace, my nigga. But he sure did that. Let's see. She said, hell yeah. It's other people's fault that they can't get ahead. Yeah. And see, I'm going to tell you, the reason I don't, I know that, we have things against us being black or this and that. But I feel like sometimes you got to kill the excuses, get off your ass and work. Cause I feel like this here. If you ain't working but 40 hours a week and you talking about you behind the 8 ball or whatever, I still feel like it's your fault. Because if you just working 40 hours a week, that means you need to work 80 hours a week if you want to get ahead, at least 60. You know what I'm saying? Because you leaving some hours out there, as a man, if you ain't where you want to be. You got to quit some habits. You got to save some money. Sometimes you have to stop drinking, stop smoking, stop doing other things to get ahead. Sometimes you got to men got to know you have to make sacrifice to get what you want. Sometimes you got to leave some stuff behind. Sometimes your partner that you hanging out with and he ain't helping you grow. Sometimes you got to say, hey, player, I love you to death. I see you on Sundays on football days or something, but through the week I got to get out here. I got to make it happen, Cap. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Chelsea said, even go as far as blaming the white man for them being in the position they are, which is true to a certain degree, but it shouldn't determine your success. And I just got through explaining that one. Like, I don't like when we do that, because it's many avenues that you can do yourself. I feel like only way you should blame the white man if you feel like you got to go through his shoes. If you feel like you got to work his job and you got to do this. But if you can make it, through making you something successful, because see, it's all about needs and wants. All you got to do is develop stuff that people need and you will have a want for it. So I feel like all you got to do is look around you, see what people need and make it. And you start working on what people need around you and they're bad. And that's simple. The people hungry around you, get some food. What up, Mr. Know-It-All Jr.? Yeah, you late, but at least you in his ass. That's what it's all about. Why you? Oh, said all men get blamed, not just the weak. Yeah, and that's right too. Like I said, I don't believe in the whole weak man thing, strong man thing, because I think just like this planet, everybody has a different thing they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna put it up like this here. I got a couple of cousins. Okay, they do different things in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, been in the army and been kind of aggressive, been out here in the streets, been out here in the world, this and that. Never really wanted to work for the man. I always, tried to figure out a way to do something You know, if it was just selling alarms or selling, you know, whatever, to just try to get by. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, working a little bit and then start mowing yards. I mean, just trying to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I bought my first house at 25, you know, and, you know, after that, it just, you know, it opens up different avenues once you own something. If you just own your car, you can realize that car note that you had, you can start putting that in the bank every day and you got you a whole savings. Just imagine instead of paying 500 on the note or something, putting that whole note up every time that you used to pay it every month, just put it in a separate account just for you. And imagine what you would have in 4 or 5 years if you never did go and touch that money. People got to look at it a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Jason said, they are not weak. They are narcs, controlling vampires. A weak man tends to be submissive and overly apologetic. I've been on the weak side. Love tends to do that. And that's why I understand some dudes running from it. If things don't work in our relationship, we are forced to reflect and refine and repair ourselves. And I agree. Everybody been, I think every man has been weak for a woman somewhere in his life. Somewhere in his life. You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes, we just never know. We just never know. Trinell says anything she come up with to tear brother down, like you think you know everything. My reply is no, I know what I know. That seems like to a female is jelly. And that is the of the devil's work. We must slow down and communicate and listen first. I agree. Because that's how I came up with the name Mr. Know It All. See, Mr. Know It All means I'm smart enough to know that I don't know it all. And the one thing about it is, like I said, I know what I know. And see, the thing about it sometimes is a woman sometimes will try to convince you that you don't even know what you know. Sometimes I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that because like a woman would challenge what you know, and then she'll try to go sideways and try to make it seem like you should know way more than you know. And I think, yep, this next comment is telling. Jonathan said, I know what I know, but learning daily. Pow. See, one thing my teacher told me a long time ago in 11th grade, she told me, she said, there's two things she taught me. And I don't know if it was the same teacher, but I know I learned it from a teacher in 11th grade. So I ain't calling names no way. So she told me one thing I learned from her. She said, it don't matter what I go through every day. When I come in this classroom, I'm going to try to be the same person every day when I come up in this classroom. And I respected her for that because I know to this day, looking at what people go through in a year, the ups and downs, people dying their family, stuff that happens out of the norm, health issues, all kind of stuff. For my teacher to come in there every day and be the same person. I wanted to be that same person that show up every day being the same people. That's why when people see me all the time, sometimes they see me smiling or sometimes they say, but you ain't changed. I mean, because I try to be the same type of person every day. I try to be all right with everybody. I try to be good, as best as I can to everybody. Till I get messed over like everybody else. Once you get somebody messed over you, then you say, oh, okay, like that, huh? But I think that's the realest thing my teacher ever taught me is to try to be the same person daily. Do not try to change. Do not let people throw you off your stone. And I think that's a very great lesson. If people could just wake up and just try to be a good person every day, you'll be much different, And I just do believe that that's one thing that we don't even teach our children, to try to be the same all the time, to try to be, try not to get so upset that we hollering and fussing at our children, and we go in these roller coasters, and we want our children to act good at the school, but we all over the place. We 10 people a day. You know what I'm saying? You crying 1 minute, down 1 minute, man, I don't give a fuck, man, fuck the world, all that old stuff all day, and you wonder why your child is getting in trouble every day at school. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand that. Like, you got to try. Like, people act like everybody ain't got problems. I got just men problems, you know what I'm saying? Other people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had to go to the doctor. Everybody had to go, have family problems, have all kind of issues. But I try to be the same people. I don't try to push my problems on other people, on their problems, because I just think that's wrong. Oh, Chelsea said, Marcus, you're doing so good. I try. It's hard. It don't come easy now. It don't come easy. It is not easy to be the same person all the time. Because everybody want you to be something that you're not. And I feel like as people all the time, we always pushed out here to be something that we really not. And I feel like the people that know me, they see me. That's why I can get on here and I can be the same person every day, every night, every dude I rode past. They know that when I was out here, I didn't play too much real bad with other dude, because it was the type of dude that I was at one time, that I had to be a certain type of way. And I feel like everybody is on your surroundings, the person that you become. And people don't realize that part of just life. Like they say, if you hang with wolves, you become a wolf. You feel what I'm saying? So when we think of a man of being weak, we got to think of, okay, is his mama very masculine? Because a very masculine woman can make their child weak, because they start attacking their child, maybe destroying the masculine energy out of him, taking it, putting it in her when she should have feminine energy. So, a woman that's sitting up there trying to be a man all the time can be taking that, taking away his masculine energy. So I think the best thing is to let men be men and let men raise men to be men. I don't think a woman can raise a man to be a man, but I think she can put him in good company where he can be around men to get the things of being a man. And I think that is very important sometimes. Okay. Did it. Fire. Letting habits control your future. Letting habits control your future. Okay. Now I think when they talk about a weak man and letting habits control your future, I think is sometimes I feel like being a man, sometimes we get down in the dumps. We might be drinking too much. We might be smoking too much. We might be doing something too much because everything has a limit. What you should do or not. They said too much of anything is bad for you. So I challenge men to say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed 4-5 times a day. I challenge you because anything you do too much, we know too much of anything is bad for you. So I challenge men that want to become a better version of yourself. Fast from them stuff. Fast from stuff that is holding you back a little bit. If you think, say, I always hear people say, "Oh, I can quit smoking if I want to." Well, fast for it for 2-3 days. Don't smoke for 2-3 days, and let's see how do you can you really quit? Because what you don't realize is stuff like this can be a habit, and sometimes habits hold us back. That same thing about people. There's people out here that lost good jobs and can't keep a job, all because of their habits. And habits can be staying out too late, can't get up in the morning, being late for work. Habits can be hanging out with the wrong people, getting in trouble. Habits can be women. Women can get you in trouble. So I feel like we have to, in so many words, we have to sit back and realize we shouldn't let habits control our future, because the true test of a man is what you can say no to. So men are always talking about, oh yeah, I can do this whenever I want. No, you can't. Because you got to be able to say no to this. Sometimes it's just grease. No to grease. I ain't had no grease in my house in about 5 years. So sometimes you just got to say, nah, I don't do grease no more. You know what I'm saying? I done ate some fried food, but it ain't been because I cooked it. There ain't no grease in my house. You know what I'm saying? So, I think sometimes you got to get stuff away from you and, just change your ways. If you want a better outcome in life, you have to change your ways and do better by yourself. And like I said, we're gonna take shots out for let's see, Chelsea say, that's where I'm at now. Trying to stop a habit because I feel like it's holding me back. It's about discipline. Yeah. And sometimes we got to realize we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to realize life is about discipline sometimes. Sometimes we can remember the best times of our life were when we was very disciplined. And when we did stuff like, how a dude will go to the gym. Yeah, if you go to the gym at 5 o'clock every day, just imagine every day, you might see the same dude in the gym at that time at 5 o'clock. That's because he got discipline. You can leave that gym, come back 6 months later at 5 o'clock, and that same dude in the gym. That's called discipline. You feel what I'm saying? And we all got to have a certain level of discipline to stop anything that we really want to stop doing. Life is all about discipline, as a matter of fact. Yep. Matter of fact. Yep. Life is all about discipline. Cause I sit back and I think, shoot, when I was in the army, best shape of my life. Shoot, I knew what time I was waking up. I knew what time I was going to sleep because they told me what time I was going to sleep. They told me what time I was waking up. I knew what time I was going to jog. I knew how many push-ups I had to do. I knew everything I had to do in a day before I do it. And that's discipline. Like, it's the same thing with somebody keeping a job. A person that's never late for that job and I always show up disciplined, don't want to mess up his job, ain't going to steal nothing, this and that. It's all about discipline. So anything we want in life, if it's worth having, and we if we really work hard at it, it's about discipline. So we got to realize that we really want to change our life. We really got to think about the discipline aspects of it. So last but not least, we're gonna do this one more time. Avoid conflicts and disagreements. Reason I went back to this because I feel like a lot of people look at a weak man that avoid conflicts and disagreements at all costs. And I feel like you can't say at all costs because conflicts can cause, if you get in a conflict or disagreement with the wrong person, it can cost your life. I had to go back and I had to think about it in a different kind of way. Sometimes we can say that weak man might be the smartest man around because sometimes he lasts longer than the strong man because the strong man so busy out here trying to be strong, you run up on another strong man, and then next thing you know, y'all shoot it out and trying to kill each other, beat each other head in, and all kind of stuff. You know, that's why you can't put two bulls in a pasture together. Same thing. So we got to realize about avoiding conflicts and disagreements. Sometimes it's not all what it cracks up to be. So I really had a nice time on this live. Anybody got any questions before I get out of here? Should we mess around and so I I have sometimes I have a how do you say epiphany. I always be thinking about sometimes like just thinking about what's a strong man and a weak man. I think like they say, we need all types of men. You know what I'm saying? To make this world go round. We need the people that fight wars. We need the good thinkers that make the computers, fix the tanks, I mean, it's all kind of stuff. We need all different debaters, the people that go out and talk, and the people that can talk people down from jumping off a bridge. I mean, you need all these different kind of people. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel every man has a level of strength in him. So can a weak man become a strong man? Yes, he can. Can a strong man become a weak man? Yes, he can. So as long as you're a man, you can change. You can become whatever kind of man that you how they say you balance yourself. How we gonna say it? Habits. Changing your habits can change the man. Changing your habits can change the man. See, one thing people got to realize: to change yourself is it like to say we done had straight up people. I done seen straight up dudes that was on crack and doing everything, and I done seen them later, and they doing good. They doing wonderful with themselves, doing great. So you can hit rock bottom, and you can change yourself, and you can be right top. I remember at one time I was walking the streets, didn't have no car, didn't have no nothing. In my early 18, 20 years old, just walking, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting, walking the streets, uh, dreaming about, thinking about doing better and not being in this position no more. So sometimes you got to have a wake up call that you hit a certain point and you say, enough is enough. It's just like going in your house and looking around and seeing your house dirty and deciding to clean that mother up. And it's the same thing with life. Sometimes you look around yourself, look at your car, look at yourself, see what you're doing, and decide to clean up around yourself. I'm gonna straighten myself up. So, you know, eh, I think my closing thing is I think I don't believe in weak men, strong men. I believe in men that can that can end up weak, or I can believe in men that can end up strong. It's according on your habits and what leads you in life and what you let control you. So, like they say, some men fall weak for money, men fall weak for women, some men fall weak for gambling. So it's according on what you fall weak for. And if you change your habits, you then can probably realize that you can change yourself into a whole different man. So once you control your habits, you control who you really are. You can change everything about yourself. So that's my show for tonight. I enjoyed everybody. Had a great time. And hey, I see y'all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And like I say, one more time, shouts out to Miss Bella. I hope her family and everything is all right. I'll let y'all know on tomorrow night show. We'll see. We'll see if she can make it to tomorrow night show. You never know. Never know what happens. I check on her after the show, and we'll see what's up. And how we go is how we go. How they say? I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Don't forget to like and share. It costs nothing to like and share because
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, okay. Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, okay.
all All right now. We enjoyed. I enjoyed all y'all. I appreciate everybody checking in. I'm praying for Miss Bella family and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna check on her and all that good stuff and see what's going on. And I talk to y'all tomorrow. And good night. See y'all tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tuesday. My day. Peace out, y'all. See y'all tomorrow night. Peace.